Okay, here are the top 10 questions that directors need to be thinking about with regards to cybersecurity, and they're divided into 5 groupings. So the first one is roles and responsibilities, as I mentioned earlier. Do they have the right governance to understand the challenges and to oversee it correctly? So they need to have those skills. Who's primarily responsible for cybersecurity within the management team, as I discussed earlier? So they need to be thinking about cyber strategy and who has internal responsibility for the management and protection of their key digital assets and their data. Who and with whom do those assets and the data reside? And these days you think that most people will either have it sort of in public or private cloud or even in their server room. But strangely enough, there's still information sitting in servers, and I'm sure you probably all know this, sitting in servers, sitting under people's desks. And I actually asked that question, and a number of times the people scratch their heads and go, but we better just check for that. Now, from a cyber risk management perspective, is the cyber risk specifically identified in the organization's risk management framework? Because that is the basis to a lot of what directors think about. If it's not, make sure it is. And does management regularly present to the board or the audit and risk committee, which is the most likely committee that gets cyber, the effectiveness of the risk controls that they have in place? Now, I advocate for a digital capabilities subcommittee, and more organizations are putting them together, and that's often where cyber is residing. But when it doesn't reside there, it's in that audit risk committee, usually filled with people with an accounting mindset. Okay, then I'll talk about the cyber resilience culture, and is there mandatory training? Is that training specialised for the different roles? Because not everybody has the same role and access, etc. And is it effective? What are we doing to make sure that training is actually working? And then from a cyber incident management perspective, or planning perspective, do we have a response plan in place, including a communication strategy? Have we done some simulations? How ready are we? And can we access external support? In other words, can we access our MSPs? And I often say to them, make sure you've got a piece of paper and you've got your MSP's number on that. So if you lose access to everything, at least you can give somebody a call. And then the bonus question I like to throw in there is, do you have cybersecurity? And of course, when you've got a board filled with lawyers and accountants, the answer is usually yes.